Hello and welcome to Yoga for Busy People. This is your 10 minutes to connect breath and body. So today we're going to get started sat at the back of the mat. If kneeling doesn't work for you, then come and find any comfortable seated position. And then once we've found that position, we're going to take our awareness to the sounds that we can hear, noticing the temperature of the room and how that feels against your skin. Taking the awareness into the feet, aware of our body against the mat, aware of the heaviness. Taking a quick body scan for any discomfort, any tightness. Taking the awareness to the base of the spine and then allow the spine to lengthen. So visualizing space between each of the vertebrae, crown of the head shining up, roots rooting into the earth. Chin is parallel to the ground or very slightly tucked. And then when you're comfortable, closing down the eyes, allowing the hands to settle, wherever that might be. It could be palms down, palms up, whichever feels right in your body today. Bringing our awareness to our breath, not changing anything. Noticing where the breath lands as you breathe in. Seeing if we can start to invite that breath in. Taking full, slow breaths in to the base of the spine. And full, slow breaths out. Perhaps setting a sankalpa, an intention. If you're working with your own, you're more than welcome to use that. Otherwise, today's sankalpa is, I am grounded. Making the next full breath in the biggest breath you've taken all day. And sigh it out through the mouth. And then we'll gently come forward into Balasana, into child's pose. So bring the knees a little bit wider, the big toes to touch. If you haven't been kneeling, you might just need to reshuffle a little bit to get into this position. Then walking the hands forward, allowing the forehead to come down to the mat. Allowing the body to settle. Full breaths in and soft breaths out. Filling up the base of the spine, the sides of the waist with the breath. And full breaths out. Seeing if we can convince the body to soften with every exhale. And then walking the hands over to the right hand side, option to pop that left hand on top of the right. Allow the forehead to come back down to the earth. Breathing here. Walking the hands back through center, coming over to the left. Option here to pop the right hand on top of the left, forehead down to the mat, breathing into the right side of the body. Inhaling, coming back through center. We're going to come forward, find ourselves in our tabletop. We want knees underneath the hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. We want the spine nice and strong so we're not sort of sagging into that lower back. We want to create space between the shoulder blades. And as we breathe in, we want to lift the heart, allow the tummy to drop. And as we breathe out, we want to roll through the spine, pulling in that lower tummy, taking the chin to the chest. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to round. Inhaling to lift, taking it nice and slowly. We're not in any rush. Exhaling to round. Inhaling, lifting, last one. Exhaling, rounding. Inhale back to our neutral spine. Take a little bit of a shimmy. Give the wrists a bit of a roll if that's what your wrists need. And then we'll come back to our neutral spine, our neutral tabletop. From here, we're going to ground through the left hand. Inhale, sweep the right hand all the way up to the sky, gaze to the thumb. Breathing in, breathing out. And then we'll create some circles. So it doesn't really matter which direction we're going. Remembering to keep that lower tummy pulled in, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. And then when we've done about 3 circles, we'll change direction. 3 in the other direction, keeping that core nice and strong. And then when we've done about 3-ish, we'll bring that hand back down to the ground, take a little bit of a shimmy, and then rooting through the right hand, inhale, sweep the left hand up to the sky, gaze to the thumb. Breathe in, breathe out, and then make those circles. So about 3-ish. Anyone who comes to my class will know that I'm not very good at counting. And then reverse, pulling that lower tummy in, engaging that stomach lock. And then we'll pop that hand down to the ground. From here, we're going to lift in that lower tummy. We're going to extend the right leg out behind us, keeping the leg parallel to the ground. As we exhale, we bring the knee to nose. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthening. Exhaling, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Hold the leg here just for a breath, and then very gently allow the toes to come down to the mat. I need to shuffle forward because I've overshot the mat. So we want the toes down on the mat and then find a little bit of a calf stretch here. So this could be a static hold, pushing down through the heel of the foot, or it might be a slight bounce. It might be a mixture of both. And then from here, we're going to bring this right knee through center, pop the foot in between the hands, finding a low lunge. Inhale, raising the arms up, lifting up through the sides of the waist, not the shoulders. Keep those shoulders nice and low. Then from here, we're going to bring our right hand down to the right waist and exhale, coming into a side bend. Breathing into the left side of the body. And then inhale back to center. We'll pop those hands back down to the ground. We're going to sweep this right foot back, coming back into our tabletop. Take a little bit of a reset, a bump of the hips. And then we'll repeat on the other side. So nice neutral spine, pulling in that lower tummy, extending the left leg this time parallel to the ground, holding here nice and strong, making sure those hips are parallel to the ground. And then exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lengthen. Hold here. Exhale, drop those toes down to the mat, finding that calf stretch. Again, it could be static. It could be a small movement, small pedal through the toes, whatever it is that your body needs. Making sure that core is strong, Uddiyana Bandha is engaged. And then from here, we'll sweep that left knee through the center. See if we can pop the foot in between the hands. Inhale, lifting up, low lunge, lifting through the waist, not the shoulders. This time, left hand comes to the waist, left side of the waist. Exhale, finding that side bend, breathing here. Inhale, coming back to center, pop those hands down on the ground. We'll sweep this left knee back into our tabletop. From here, we're going to tuck the toes. Inhale, engaging that lower tummy, hovering the knees about 1 inch off the ground. See if we can strengthen through the spine, through the shoulders. And then when your next exhale comes, we're going to send that bottom back, finding downward facing dog. So take a moment here to make sure that we've not dumped the weight into the wrists. We need to push back out of the wrists, making sure that the fingertips and the thumb tips are pressing into the mat. Heels do not need to touch the ground. Knees can be as bent as you need them, as we are not focusing on the hamstrings here. We're focusing on the spine. What we do want, though, is the head to be nice and soft. So we've got that length going all the way from the wrists to the base of the spine. Full breath in. Either sigh it out or soft breath out through the nose, your choice. Full breath in. Soft breath out. Maybe give the head a little bit of a nod, bit of a shake. Maybe there's a pedal through the heels. And then from here, we'll slowly walk the hands back towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. So keep the knees as bent as you need them to be. Again, this is not the hamstrings. This is the spine. What we are looking for is the softness through the back of the neck. Option to keep the fingertips to the ground if that feels comfortable, or opposite hand to opposite elbow. Dropping the head. Maybe there's a little bit of movement. There doesn't have to be. It's whatever works for you today. As we breathe in, taking each breath to the base of the spine. And as we breathe out, visualize that breath rolling down the spine and out the crown of the head. Then we'll slowly bring the fingers down to the ground. We're going to walk the hands forward, back into our downward facing dog. Full breath in, soft breath out. As we inhale, we want to float the right leg up, three-legged dog. Keep those hips parallel to the ground. And as we exhale, we're going to pop that knee through the center and see if we can bring that foot in between the hands. Now with this back foot, we want to turn that 45 degrees. So we're finding Virabhadrasana 1. Keeping the core nice and strong. Inhale, coming all the way up. Lifting through the waist, not the shoulders. Keeping a nice bend in that front knee. Exhale, bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers. See if we can bring the palms together, the elbows, the shoulders. Inhale, Shine the heart to the sky. Exhale, pulling that lower tummy in, finding a humble warrior. Highly recommend keeping the eyes open for this one, folks, unless you want to fall over, which is never a good look. Inhaling, coming all the way back up. Release the hands. Give those shoulders a little bit of a roll out. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now we're going to see if we can turn this back foot parallel with the back of the mat, Virabhadrasana 2. We might want to shuffle this right foot into the center. So we have our heel to arch alignment. We've got a nice bend through this knee. Hips are now parallel with the long edge of the mat. Arms are up at shoulder height. Take the gaze over the middle finger on the right. Lift and lengthen with the in-breath, and then soften and surrender with the out-breath. Flipping over the front hand, inhale, reverse warrior, left hand, left leg. Exhale, coming back to our Virabhadrasana 2, but we're going to windmill the hands round, bringing that left hand down to the ground, pivoting onto the left toes, and sending the right hand up to the sky, easy twist. Exhale, bring that hand back down to the ground. We'll sweep this right leg back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring that foot back down to the ground. Full breath in. Soft breath out. Maybe there's a pedal. Maybe it's stillness. And then with your next in-breath, we're going to float the left leg up, three-legged dog. Keep those hips parallel to the ground. Exhale, see if we can bring that knee through center. Pop the foot in between the hands. Now this back foot wants to go about 45 degrees. Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. When we're nice and strong in the core, we'll inhale, come up. Lift through the waist. Breath in. Soft breath out. Exhale, bring the hands behind us, interlace the fingers, bring the palms together, elbows, shoulders, lift the heart. Exhale, humble warrior. Inhale, rising up nice and strong. Release the hands, give those shoulders a little bit of a roll out. Inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Now heel toe this foot into the center. See if we can send that left foot back, to the back edge of the mat, parallel to the back of the mat, heel to arch alignment. Nice big bend in this left knee. Hips are facing the long edge of the mat. Arms are up at shoulder height, gazes over the middle finger on the left. Lift and lengthen with the breath in. Soften and release with the breath out. Always exploring what little tweaks can I make to make this pose work even better for me. Inhale, flip over the front hand. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, coming all the way back to warrior 2. Exhale, windmill the hands down. Right hand grounds down. Pivot onto the right toes. Inhale, sweep the left hand up to the sky, gaze to the thumb, easy twist. Exhale, bring that hand down to the ground. Sweep this leg back. Coming back into a downward facing dog. Full breath in. Soft breath out. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, drop the knees. We'll come back to our kneeling position or sitting on the mat. If kneeling just doesn't work in your body, it really doesn't matter. Sitting up nice and tall, closing down the eyes, acknowledging how we feel after this very short practice. But not all yoga practices have to be long to practice yoga. Even squeezing a few minutes into your busy day is enough. Bringing the awareness to your breath. Does it feel any different than it did when we started? If it doesn't, don't worry, there's no right or wrong. Seeing if we can take nice full breaths in all the way to the base of the spine. Holding that breath momentarily before very gently allowing the breath to release. Repeating our Sankalpa, I am grounded. Allowing the eyes to flutter open, thanking yourself for prioritizing this 5-10 minutes, probably more like 10 minutes, isn't it, to your yoga practice. Bringing the hands to heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next time. If you enjoyed this very short practice and you managed to squeeze it into your busy day, give the video a like, leave a comment, let me know whereabouts in the world you're watching this from, and why not hit that subscribe button, and that means you'll receive notifications of when I upload more classes. But until next time, see you later. Thank you, bye.